Hello everyone, this is our second lecture or tutorial on the series of SolidWorks. So today we learn in this tutorial about the 2D module, as well as in 2D module we learn how to draw various elements, basic elements such as line, circles, rectangle and further on, and we also learn how to give dimension to these elements. Okay, so let's start. First, go to the new and select the part module of this software in which we have to draw the 2D drawings. So click on part, click OK. Your new window appears on the screen. So make sure that your sketch toolbar is available to you and you have all the elements such as line, circle, rectangle, arc, slot. All these elements are available to you in your screen. So before starting, you must have your plane on which you want to draw the object or your component or your drawing. Okay, so by default SolidWorks provides you three different planes. I told you in the previous lecture: front, top and right. So you can choose any of these planes to draw your object. So let us say I select the front plane. When I select the front plane, you can see the preview of the plane is appear on the working area of your screen. And then in the sketch toolbar, which is on the top of the screen, go to the sketch icon here. When you click this icon, you are entering into the 2D module of this software. So I just click sketch here. As you can see, your front plane is 90 degree to you and it appears perpendicular to you only. Now you can draw anything on this plane. This is the front plane and you are drawing all the elements on this plane. Fine. So first of all, we start with the first element of this software, that is called line. So line is basically a two-dimensional object. It consists of 2 points to draw a one line. So line can be of various types, like simple line, one is center line, and third one is your midpoint line. So before starting, we must know about our working area. So you can see this is the origin. As you can see this arrow, this is your 0 0 and this is the front plane view of your screen. Okay, so starting with the line, I just click line here and you can just click this small arrow beside this line icon. So just click line and from here you can just click on line here. Now the command starts. As you can see, a pencil appears on the cursor. Before that a cursor appears, now it appears as a pencil. It means your command starts with this. So the line, to draw the line, you need the first point of the line. So let us say I start with the origin. When I click here, you can see I can draw the line like this. So you can place the line anywhere just by clicking on the second point of the line in any direction, clockwise, anti-clockwise direction, anywhere of any length. So let us say I just click here. Now you can see the command continues. Okay, again I click here, I can click here, I can click here. So the command continues until you end the command. So what do you do to end the command? You have to press escape. Okay, so when I press escape, command ends and the lines are drawn. You can see line can be drawn from any point or anywhere from on this plane, and it must consist of 2 points to draw a line. To draw a line, there must be second point. First point is the starting point of line, second point is the end point of the line. Between these two nodes, you join the nodes with the help of a line. Okay, so this is the line which is the basic line or standard line. Now again, if you want to draw other type of line, that is called center line. Center line is used for basically reference purposes. It does not have any characteristic value when you use it in the 3D module also. Okay, so it is used for center lining, providing centers of the circle, providing center of an object or your drawing or reference purposes. So I just click center line here. So this is different from the basic standard line. So when I click on center, now just I draw anywhere on the screen I can draw. Okay, so see, this is your center line. escape to end the command. Now see, center line is dotted and basic standard line is your dark blue color. Okay, so these lines are different in characteristics. It is used for drawing your object, and it is used for reference or center purposes. And the next line is basically your midpoint line. This line is line which starts from the point and expands in both the direction. I can show you. Just go to line, click on the midpoint line, click anywhere on the screen. See, let us say I just click here. See what happens. The line will go from this midpoint to center of all towards both the direction, and when you click again, the line becomes normal again. It becomes standard line again. See, I'll show you again. Go to line, midpoint line, click anywhere on the screen. See, the line expands in both the direction of the center point, and just click. Then if you want to continue the line, this line will act as a basic standard line again. Okay, see, so this portion of the line, is your basic standard line, and this portion of the line is your midpoint line. So midpoint lines is basically that line which expands from the midpoint in both the direction, and standard line is the basic standard line which starts from start point and ends at end point. Okay, so this is how you can draw lines here. Now one thing you must remember, that all these drawings are not fully constrained. As you can see, these lines are blue in color, so there must be some coding for defining the line object or drawing whether it is constrained or not constrained. So in SolidWorks, when your lines are blue and when your points are blue in color, they are not constrained, they are not fully constrained. As you can see in the top, in the corner here, right hand side, where the units are available, just left of side, you can see the term defined as underdefined. Underdefined means that your lines are not properly dimensioned, they are not placed as per the center distance, and they are not constrained according to their dimensional and we can say that your dimensional constraints. Okay, so when you give the dimension to the line, when you make sure that your line is in constraint with the origin, and when your line is in geometrical constraints, then your line will become fully defined. Okay, so for constraining of the objects, we prepare another lecture. In this lecture, I will show you how to draw the basic objects only. We are only concerned about how to make use of these different icons which are appear on this sketch module. Okay, don't worry about the whether you want to make it as a fully constrained object right now. We prepare another lecture on it, how to constrain your drawings. Okay, so this lecture is only concerned with the use of sketch module icons, that is line, circle and so on, plus how to dimension these lines. Okay, now come to the dimensioning part. Here we draw these three types of line here, that is basic standard line, then we have a center line as you can see on the screen, and then there is a midpoint line which act on the first part, and then if you continue the line, it will act as a basic standard line. Okay, now come to the dimension. Now if you want to give dimension to the line, just click here smart dimension. Okay, now when you click smart dimension, your commands operates, and you can see the cursor, there is a small icon of dimensions appears with just beside to the cursor. Okay, now just click on the line you want to give dimension. I just click here, your dimension appears. Now your dimensions can be on vertical, it can be aligned, or it can be horizontal also as per your requirements. See, I can produce horizontal dimension by just dragging my mouse. I'm not clicking anywhere, but just dragging my mouse here. I'm just dragging mouse here to give the vertical direction, vertical dimension. And if you want to give the aligned dimension, you just drag the mouse along the direction of this line. Okay, perpendicular to this line just. So this is how you can give the vertical dimension. This is how you can give the line dimension, and this is how you can give the horizontal direction. So I just give the horizontal dimension here. Now this dimension is dynamic in nature. Dynamic means you can change the dimension as soon as you give the dimension to the object. Okay? In case of AutoCAD, you don't have dynamic dimensions. You have to define the dimensions before drawing the object. Before drawing the line, you have to give that line should be of 10 millimeter, line should be of 100 millimeter. But in case of SolidWorks, you draw a line of any dimension, but after when you apply the dimensions can be changed. They are dynamic in nature. Okay, so I can give here that if the horizontal dimension of between these 2 points, I assume that it is 45. So I just write here 45 and then enter. Now you can see it adjusts accordingly as per the dimension. So this dimension is dynamic in nature. You can give dimensions after drawing the objects. Okay, this is the very good or a plus point for us, because when you draw anything on the SolidWorks, you can draw rough. Then you give the constraint to the that drawing will become fully defined, and then it will convert it into 3D element. So this is the plus point here. But in case of AutoCAD, what happens? You have to define the dimensions, you have to define all the constraints before drawing the line. So it is a bit different from that software. So it is very flexible. You can give your dimensions dynamically at any moment when you draw the object or your drawing. Okay, so to escape the command, you can see the command still operates as the cursor contains a dimension icon beside it. So just click escape on your keyboard, your command cancels. Okay, your command ends. Fine. So again, I have to pick smart dimension. If you want to give dimension to this line, let us say this center line, and if you want to give the dimension as vertical dimension, so just drag it in the vertical, this side, right hand side direction, your dimension becomes vertical. Okay, and again you can write as per your requirement that how much dimensions you need. Okay, so this is how you can define dimensions to the object in the SolidWorks. Fine. So this is the line command. Now one thing I should tell you, how to maneuver your mouse while drawing in the software. So if you want to zoom in and zoom out, let us say I'm just zoom in right now. So what I do, I use the mouse roller to move in downward direction. If you moving the mouse roller in upward direction, it becomes zoom out. See, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, fine. Now if you want that your object, whatever object you are drawing, whether it's a circle or any component, so that component should be in the middle of the screen. Fine. So what do? You just type control on your keyboard +8. See what happens? Your objects zoom to fit to your entire screen. Okay, control 8, control CTRL +8. Okay, when you click control 8, your object appears to you on your screen as per the screen fitness. Okay, so suppose if I just zoom very much, or I can say I use very large amount of zoom. So what I do, I didn't find my drawing here. So what I do, I just press control 8. Your drawing appears to you in the zoom to fit situation. Okay, this is how you can, if accidentally you zoom very much and your drawing disappears from the screen, you just press control 8 on your keyboard and your drawing appears on the screen as zoom to fit ratio. Fine. So this is how you can use the mouse or maneuver your mouse. Fine. So roller in the mouse is used to zoom in, zoom out. Control +8 is used to zoom fit your drawing. Fine. And if you press your mouse roller downwards and see what happens, it rotates your drawing. Fine. So you can see that I can rotate my drawing. This will helpful in 3D module, because in 3D drawings you have to rotate your drawings. Fine. In 2D it doesn't appear as effective, but in case of 3D drawings, you can see when you press your roller downwards, press it and drag your mouse or maneuver your mouse accordingly, then you can see you can move your drawing or rotate your drawing in any direction. Fine. Now what we can see that if accidentally you just you just do this by revolving your, and you want that your drawing again zoom to fit your screen, so just press Ctrl 8. Again it appears to you in a 90-degree to the user. Okay, so this is how you can maneuver your mouse. By pressing your roller downward direction and drag, you can rotate things. By giving your roller in upward direction, you can zoom in, zoom out. And if accidentally, see what happens now, if I accidentally zoom in and I disappear all the drawings, accidentally it happens. So just Ctrl 8, your drawing appears on the screen again. Fine. And now another thing, that if you want to delete all these lines, step 1, first method is you just select the object, press the delete button on your keyboard, the element is deleted from your screen. See, it's very simple. Okay, just select the object, delete on your keyboard, press delete on your keyboard, it deleted. Second method is that you just drag your mouse from the right hand side of the screen. You can see a window appears. Now this window is green in color, and its outline, you can see the outline of the window is the green dotted line. You can see it very examine very sharply here. You can see that the outline of this window is basically dotted green line. Fine. So this window is bit different from another window which I show you later on. Now what you do when I drag this window, the window touches the element. Any element which touched by this window is selected, is completely selected. See, I can show you. This is the window. When I touch this line, anywhere on the point, on the side of the line, anywhere, or whether it's half line or any portion of the line which covers in this window, the element is fully selected here, and you can delete the element by pressing delete button. Okay, now again another method, yani that means we have third or you can say third description or third method to delete the elements. You can drag your mouse by clicking the left button. You can see a new window appears here. This is blue in color. Now this window is blue in color and its outline is not dotted. It is you can say continuous thick blue line. It is not dotted line. Now this window is different from the previous one. Now previous one window is green in color. You can see here it is dotted outline with green color, and if your window is from left hand side of the screen, you can see this appears to be blue in color, and the boundary of this window is continuous thick blue line. Now what is the difference between these two windows of selection? Okay, now first one is that window which just you drag the mouse and you just touch the element with this window. That element is selected, whether this element is fully inside the window or not inside, or a portion of that element is selected by this window. So that means your green window, when touches the element, it select whole of the element. Fine. But in case of blue window, what happens now? See, when I drag the mouse from left side of the screen, what happens? I select this window and I have to make sure that whole of the element must be taken by this window. Only then this element is selected. Now suppose if I just do that, this window, blue window, just touches this element. See what happens? This element is not selected. So the basic difference between blue and green selection window is that green selection window touches the element and it selects the whole element. In case of blue selection window, your element must be contained by this window. Whole of the element must be lying within the window so that the element can be selected. See, when I just drag this blue selection window, I select this line completely in this window. Only then this line is selected. Now when the element is selected, you can see it's sky blue in color. When the element is drawn on the here on the software, it is dark blue in color under unconstrained conditions. When it is constrained, it is dark black in color. Okay, I will show you how to constrain in the next lecture, but for the meantime you must know how to select windows for your deleting option. Okay, there are two types of window, green and blue, and another method that is a simple method. You just select the element and just delete it from your screen. Okay, so what I do, I just select all the elements with the help of green window. Now you can see all the elements are selected. It is sky blue in color, and just press delete. You can see the whole entire element is deleted from this screen. Okay, this is how you can draw lines. This is how you give dimensions. This is how you can select the elements for deleting purposes. Okay, now second element is our circle. Now circle is basically of two types. First one is normal circle with center and radius point, and third one is known as perimeter circle. It consists of 3 points, or sometimes it is also called 3-point circle. It defines by 3 points. So you need to draw perimeter circle with 3 points. Okay, so let us say I just draw a circle, first circle here. So I just go to circle, normal circle selection, and then I just go to origin. Origin, say we started with origin, so just I click here, and now you give the second point, that is your radius point of the circle. So this is your circle drawn here. Okay, and now press escape to end the command. This is how you can draw the circle. Fine, now let us I just draw another line. Draw anywhere, no issues. Okay, now this is how your circle is drawn. You give the center point of the circle, you give the radius point of the circle, and your circle is drawn. Now how to give dimension to the circle? Go to smart dimension. Now select the circle. Now here you can see the diameter of the circle appears. If you want to give the dimension of the circle, we can also do that, but for the meantime you must make sure that circles are defined by diameter, and if there is radius, fillets and arcs, they are defined by radius. It's a basic standard rule that if you define the circle, you have to define with the help of diameters, and if you define the fillets, arcs, or any semi-elliptical arcs, you have to define with the help of radius. It's a basic you can say default system for defining the elements on the screen. Okay, so this is how you can define the diameter of circle. Just click here. Now if you want to change the diameter of circle, you can do it just by, let us say it is 400, so I just type 400 and this becomes enter. Now the dimensions are in millimeter because your units appears to be here millimeter. I always make sure that if you are working in a mechanical engineering as a student and if you want to draw anything, so it must be in millimeters. Okay, now press escape to end the command. Now you can see the color difference. The color black shows that your system is fully defined. Okay, and if it is blue in color, you can see this is blue in color. It is not fully defined. It is unconstrained. Okay, so that will part we'll discuss in the next lecture. In today's lecture, we focus on our how to draw the basic elements in the SolidWorks. So this is how you can draw a simple circle. Now come to the second circle. We have a perimeter circle here. Just click here, perimeter circle. Now you have to define 3 points to the circle. Let us say the first point is the origin. Second point is this this vertex of this triangle. Okay, and now you have to give the third point of anywhere. Third point will be anywhere you can give this third point, another vertex of the triangle, or you can give anywhere on the screen, anywhere in space like this. So we give 3 points to define the circle. First point is the origin, third point is the vertex of this triangle, and second point is the vertex of this triangle, and third is basically your anywhere point in space to draw the final shape of the circle. Press escape to end the command. Okay, again we can try again. So let us say we select the perimeter circle. We give the first point as this vertex of the triangle. Now I give the second point as origin. Now third point will be somewhere, anywhere in downward direction, left, right, anywhere. You can give anywhere. You can select anywhere. Let us say I just drop here. So this is how you can define the circle. Now you can give dimension to the circle, go to smart dimension, click on circle as per the diameter. Let us say this is the diameter of the circle. Now you can give, let us say it is 1000 diameter of radius 500. Okay, now, similarly you can define this circle with the dimensions. Let us say it is 700. Okay, now press escape to end the dimension command, and this is how you can define circles. Previously we defined the lines. Secondly, we define the two types of circle. First one is simple center point and radius point circle. Second one is your perimeter circle. Now come to the second command here, third command here. Let us say I just select all these and delete it. Then we have a rectangle. Rectangle is basically of four types, and fifth one is your parallelogram. Now rectangle can be corner rectangle, center rectangle, 3-point corner rectangle, 3-point center rectangle, and a parallelogram. So we start with first option here. You can click this small arrow beside this rectangle icon and you can see the various rectangles. When I just click corner rectangle here, also you can define rectangles from here also. This is the first rectangle, that is a corner. This is center rectangle. So all the types you see here on the sketch toolbar, when you apply the command, you can see various type of rectangles in the left feature, this manager design tree also. This is your property manager in which it defines the characteristics of that element. Okay, you draw that element and what are its properties, what is its dimensions, at what angle it starts from region. All those characteristics and properties are shown in this property manager here. Okay, so our first rectangle is your corner rectangle. So you define the two rectangle corners of this rectangle. So first corner, let us say is my origin, and another corner is in the right hand direction, whether it is in left side direction or top or bottom, anywhere. Let us say I just drag it to the right side and click here. Fine. So this is the first point and this is the second corner. This is the first corner as origin, second corner in anywhere in the space, and your rectangle is created. Now you want to give the dimension to this rectangle, go to smart dimension, just click the line here. Now it's a dynamic dimension, you can change it like 1900, enter, and if you want to give this, let us say it should be 1200, enter. So this is how now you can see your entire structure is fully defined, and you can see this in the bottom right corner. You can see a word fully defined is appear on your screen. Okay, so this is black in color, it means it is fully defined. Now it can go to the 3D module of you can convert it into some box or anything else in the 3D module. So we'll discuss it later on. Now press escape to end the command of smart dimension. Fine. And now the second type of circle we have is center rectangle. Now center rectangle expands from the center of the rectangle. Okay, now this rectangle is prepared with the help of two corners. First corner is the origin point, second corner is somewhere in the right hand side direction of the space. Now this second type of rectangle is created with the center of the rectangle. Let us say the center of the rectangle is this point. Let us say this corner is my center of this rectangle. So what I do, I basically click here. Now you can see the rectangle expands from the center point. See, the rectangle expands from the center points. That's why it is called as center rectangle. Okay, so it seems that this rectangle requires only center point, and after that software expands the rectangle to all the four directions. Fine. So this is how you can define the center rectangle. You can also give dimensions by clicking on smart dimension. It's very simple. Just click smart dimension, give the dimension, change it. It's easy. No worries to give the dimension right now. And now the third type of rectangle is 3-point corner rectangle. So you have to define 3 points to make a rectangle. So let us say I select this. Let us say the first point of the rectangle is this. Second point of the rectangle is this. And now you can give the third point. Now it can move upward. It can move downwards. Only move up, down, up, down. You can't move the rectangle to right and left because you define this distance from this point to this point. It is fixed now. Only direction available is to move up or down to produce the rectangle. So let us I just go in the downward direction, and you can see our rectangle is created. See, this rectangle is created. Press escape to enter the command. So this is the first point of the rectangle, this is the second point of the rectangle, and you can give third point anywhere. This in this direction, this is the third point, or in upward direction you can create in another direction also. Okay, so fourth rectangle is your 3-point center rectangle. So this is the rectangle in which we use center point also. Okay, so just click this. Let us say this is the first point and this is the second point. See what happens. I give this as a first point here. This becomes the center of rectangle. Fine. Then I give the another point in which direction the rectangle moves. Okay, I can give also in the right hand side direction, I can give left hand side direction. You can give upward, downwards, no issues, anywhere. Okay, though when I just give this point, this becomes, first point is the center of this rectangle, second point is the midpoint of the line from where it expands. See, this is how you can create a rectangle. Again, I can show you again. 3-point center rectangle. What happens? See, if this is the first point, this becomes the center of rectangle. You can see here on the icon in the left side in the property manager, 1, 2, 3 is written on the points. So 1 means the center of the rectangle, and 2 means the midpoint of that line which expands, and 3 is the point where the expansion ends of this rectangle. Okay, so let us say first is the center of the rectangle. Now you can give any direction, anywhere, down, upward, anywhere, clockwise, anti-clockwise, it's up to you. Okay, let us say I just give this here. Now from this point, this is the midpoint of the expansion. Okay, when I drag my mouse, see what happens now. See, this is the center of this rectangle, this point is the center of rectangle, and then I just drag my mouse to this point, this becomes the center point or midpoint of the expansion, and from here I can drag mouse upwards, downwards, rightwards or leftward, doesn't appears, but upward, downward appears. Okay, so when I make it to in up direction, this is the third point of the end, this is the end of the expansion, or we can say the corner of this rectangle. Fine, so this is how you can create the fourth type of rectangle. Now come to the last type of rectangle we have. This is your basically parallelogram. So parallelogram is the element in which all the four sides are parallel to each other. Fine, so you can give the first point, you can give the second point, and you can drag your mouse in left side, right side, downwards, upwards, clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise. So you can drag it to anywhere and you can draw the, see, this is how you can draw the parallelogram. Again, you want to draw parallelogram, first point, second point, just drag it anywhere. This is how you can draw the parallelogram. So it's basic, you can say simplest part of drawing a parallelogram. Just give the 2 points, drag the points or drag the direction of the mouse, in that direction your parallelogram is created. Now I have to select all with the help of green window. So select all, press delete. This is how you can delete. Now control 8 so that your origin comes at center of the screen. Fine. So in today's lecture we discuss about lines, we discuss about circles, we discuss about rectangles in parallelograms, and we discuss about the mouse maneuverability, that with the help of roller you can zoom in, zoom out. With the help of pressing the roller you can rotate the object, and with the help of and you can learn about how to delete the objects while drawing elements. Okay, so you can delete with the with 3 different basic types. First, you just select the object, press delete button, the object is deleted. Second, you can use the green selection window to delete the elements. You can, and third one is you can use the blue selection window to delete the elements. So in today's lecture we discuss the basic elements. In the next lecture we discuss all your arcs, slots, polygons, ellipse, splines and fillets. So for today's lecture I think it's enough to grab the things first. So thanks for watching and thanks for support.